Kyle Osterberg, we just spoke to you yesterday after you getting the A on your jersey, and now you're back man of the match this evening. How was that game for you?
Personally, it was good. I had a couple good bounces my way, but the way I look at it, it was a good team effort from everybody, from starting with Owe. Owe kept us in the game even though we were down 3-0 going in the second, but it feels good to have some bounces go my way and pucks go in the back of the net, but overall I'm just happy that the boys found a way to dig deep and get a good win.
When you went into the dressing room after the end of that first period, what was said and what was the kind of sort of feeling in the dressing room?
I don't think we were too down on ourselves. Obviously we knew that we had a very terrible first period, but Tom came in. I thought he gave a good speech about how that's not the Flyers hockey, or at least that's not how we're brought here to play. And then, I think it was one of those things too where from everybody in the locker room chipping in, we just discussed that, we can't get down on ourselves. We got to find character in our room, and we have good character. And obviously it showed by coming out in that second period and having a good period.
You could tell the confidence was there a bit more in the second period, and you could have been forgiven for maybe kind of gripping the stick tighter and maybe not being as focused.
I think Tom said it pretty well in the locker room. He said we just didn't show up on time. Whether it was myself or anybody else that didn't prepare the right way, or maybe they were just feeling off. I think we didn't have our legs going in that first period. Maybe a couple bad bounces. The first goal was kind of a fluke, and then stuff like that happens, and you kind of have a snowball effect where it just seems to start going down, down, down. But I think after that first period, it was really good by our group to find a way to collect ourselves, right the wrong, and push forward.
The crowd really got behind you once they saw you kind of sort of battling away in the second period. How important is it to have that noise?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, whether you believe it or not, us players hear the crowd all the time. You make a bad play and somebody's yelling at you. You do hear that, but it's one of those things too where we can use that to our momentum, especially being in our home rink with good fans supporting us, even though maybe when times are bad, we have a bad first period, but if they stick with us, and I think this season that they see that we're not going to mail it in at any cost, unless if we're going to go to the final buzzer. But having those fans behind us, it just shows you what we can do, and then as an organization, as a rink, and just everybody.
And just finally, you're facing those guys again tomorrow night in their rink. What are you expecting from them from the first buzzer?
Well, they're going to come out flying. Giving up 6 unanswered goals. Their coach is probably going to have some words for them in the locker room. So, like Tom said, we got to come out prepared, better than we did tonight. But I think that we know it now. It was a learning process for us this first period. But I think just going in tomorrow, we just got to continue rolling on what we did tonight, and take out the positives, forget all the negatives, and just keep going.